All right, look, if you're anything like me, you didn't get into the world of freelance writing because you wanted to toil away in front of your keyboard all the time. You didn't want to just sit at your computer and develop back problems because you're sitting here typing and doing your thing. No, you became a freelance writer because you had a lot of things you wanted to enjoy in life: friends, family, travel, hobbies, all the things, and you liked the flexibility and the freedom that freelancing gave you. But there might be something that's stopping you. There's something that's in the way, and that's the fact you write slow as molasses. You're not a very fast writer. You've got the work, you've got clients coming in, you got more work than you know what to do with, but you're just sitting here and you just can't get the speed up. So how do you write faster? That is what we are talking about today. How to write faster without sacrificing quality. It's not quite as difficult as you think, but it does take a little bit of practice and it takes some planning. So, if you're a freelancer and you are looking to up the speed of your writing and write faster without sacrificing quality so you can spend more time doing the stuff you really want to be doing, keep watching today's videos for you. Because today, I got the need for speed.
I feel the need for speed.
And that's a terrible joke, but that's part of why you're here, for the bad jokes and the good writing advice. So let's do it. Okay, a big reason that so many people struggle with writing quickly is because they simply don't do a very good job of planning. The more organized you are in the beginning when you sit down to write, the easier it's going to be to let those words fly out. So step number one, the first tip I've got is you've got to plan ahead. So what does planning ahead look like when it comes to writing faster? Well, the first thing you should do is for every client you have, create a folder of relevant documents. So this includes their style guide, this includes any pertinent information about the client, and also a big research folder of sites and resources you can turn to as it relates to their industry. We've actually got a whole video on how to speed up your research when it comes to freelance clients, so these kind of go hand in hand. I'll link to that below, so make sure you check that out after this video. But honestly, when you're organized and you don't have to go searching around for resources, you don't have to go searching around for facts, it's going to make the writing that much easier. So what's so great about this is what you can do is say, okay, I've got these 3 facts I want to make sure I include in my writing, and you can work that into the writing you're doing, as opposed to coming up with facts or statistics yourself and then going out to look for a resource that backs up what you say. That can take a ton of time and can really slow you down. So if you have an outline, if you have the style guide sitting in front of you, if you know exactly what you need to do for these clients, and you've got all the resources to make that happen, that's the first step towards writing faster. Okay, second thing you're gonna realize is most clients, they kind of rehash the same types of posts. There's only like 4 or 5 posts that you're likely to be writing for a lot of these clients. So it might be an ultimate guide, it might be a how-to guide, it might be a best of post, it might be a listicle, 10 best reasons to such and such. So what you should do is for each of your clients, create templates for each of these styles of posts. So you know exactly what type of language you're going to use, you know exactly what the format's gonna look like, and all you have to do is plug in the specific details for each type of post you're trying to write. One other thing you can do to make these templates even more valuable and impress your clients at the same time is to do a little bit of keyword research before you write the article. Now, your client may have provided a list of keywords you need to use, but if they haven't, do a little bit of keyword research on your own, find some keywords and some niches that are relevant to your client, and then work those into the template. So you know you've got to use these 5 keywords across each of these posts, and when you do that, you're going to probably impress your client and say, hey, look, we did this extra SEO research for you. These posts are going to perform even better because of it. So if you plan for your keywords ahead of time and you put those keywords in your template, it's going to make your planning and your writing process much faster. Okay, so now you've planned ahead. You've got all your resources in one place. You know exactly what you need to do for each client. You've got a template, so you know kind of an outline of what these posts are going to look like. The third step might be the most important, and that is eliminating distractions. The biggest thing, at least for me personally, and I have a feeling for most of you as well, the biggest thing that slows down my writing is distractions. It's myself. I'm getting in my own way. I'm writing with 1,000 tabs open. I've got all these push notifications that are hitting me, and I'm constantly getting distracted and focusing on the other things rather than the writing I should be doing. So what you need to do is figure out how you can eliminate the distractions that are most likely to derail you. So for me personally, I put on noise canceling headphones. I go to Spotify and I turn on the peaceful piano playlist that basically signals to me that it is time to get down to work, it is time to write. I then open up either a Google Doc or WordPress, and if I do WordPress, there are no other tabs open. It is the only thing in front of me. I cannot get distracted by anything else. I turn on the focus mode on all my Apple devices so I'm not getting hit with those push notifications, and if I'm at home, I light a candle because that's one of those things that just signals to my brain, it is time to work, it is time to write. Coffee also helps. So for you, figure out what your biggest distractions are. What are the things that are constantly taking you away from your writing, and plan ahead for that and make sure you've got all the pieces in place for you to just sit down and do the work. Okay, so now you've got all your resources. You've got your template. You're distraction free. Before you actually start writing the article itself, you want to outline your article. We kind of touched on that a little bit before, but it is so much easier and so much faster to write a post if you already have the pertinent stuff you're going to write about. So the good news is these days there are all sorts of ways to defeat a blank page. Often new writers and writers that have trouble writing quickly, they struggle with writer's block. They struggle with what to write about. So these days there's literally zero excuse for writer's block because we've got ChatGPT, we've got AI, we have tools where we can go and ask a question and say, I need to write an article about this. Give me 5 facts or give me 5 ideas. And then you can build on that and you can get more ideas and you can refine it and you can essentially use AI to outline everything for you if you're good at what you do, and you can make sure that you're still keeping your personality in there, you're keeping your creative thought in there and not just trying to get a computer to do everything for you. But for me, every time I write an article, I know exactly what points I want to hit. I've got all my headings already laid out. I've got some of my key points within each of those headings. I know what the title of my article is going to be, so I can make sure everything is tying back to that point. Oftentimes, for me, if I'm doing like product reviews for a client or product reviews for one of my blogs, I've already got the spec sheet and the sales page for those products pulled up as part of my resource guide so that I can go and quickly refer to those facts, and I will take those facts and I will plug them into my outline so I'm not constantly having to go to external locations to distract myself and to write the article. So seriously, the easiest, the best thing you can do to improve your writing speed is to do an outline beforehand, because then you're literally just filling in the blanks. It's like Mad Lib style. It's like you know all the points you have to hit and you're just writing the sentences around it, and it just makes everything go a lot faster. And because you've pre-thought out all the main points you want to hit, it's going to make you have higher quality articles as well. Okay, and finally, the last thing you can do to improve your writing speed is to batch. So what do I mean by batch? As we've talked about, one of the main things that slows us down is the fact we're constantly battling outside distractions. It's literally like text message, go away, email, go away, client message, go away, like video game, whatever it is that distracts you. You've got all these things flying at you. You want to get rid of all those distractions, but batching can help with that. So one of the things I struggle with, because I've got a golf business, I've got Location Rebel, I've got my cocktail business, I've got all these things going on, is when I'm constantly like, okay, I'm going to do an outline for a Location Rebel post, and then I'm going to go take photos for a golf post. I'm constantly like switching, concepts and switching worlds. So what you want to do is really rein in and create batches around the type of content you're doing. So if you've got multiple clients, write your articles for each client together. If you're writing about car insurance, stay in your car insurance lane. So what you might do is you might make it a 3-day process. Day 1, you are doing all of your research. You are focusing solely on car insurance research. And then, okay, you've got all the tools you need, everything's in the right space. The next day, you're writing your 3 car insurance articles. And you just sit down, you stay in that zone, you've got all the ideas top of mind, you are locked in on car insurance and you're not worried about anything else. And then the 3rd day, you go back, you make your reviews, you edit, and you finalize your pieces. So by batching, you're allowing yourself to focus on one specific topic without constantly being distracted and constantly shifting gears. As someone who is constantly shifting gears, I know how detrimental this can be. So whatever it is for you, think about what batches you can create to make sure you're shifting gears fewer times, allowing you to remain focused and allowing the words to just flow out. Because when you're focused on that topic, it makes it a lot easier to write quickly. Okay, so that's kind of the larger scale strategy for how to be able to write faster. You want to plan ahead, create templates, eliminate distractions, outline, and batch. But there are a few more like tactical little hacks you can do that are just going to help get you better at writing faster. So watching this video, you might have been like, okay, that sounds great. That's a great bigger strategy, but that doesn't really help me tangibly actually write faster. Well, I would say, yes, it will. If you actually do this and implement it, you will find that especially as you get more comfortable with this strategy and with this workflow, it will help you write faster. But I also understand sometimes you just want some small wins. You want some quick little hacks, some things that are going to help you quickly write faster, and that's what I'm gonna give you right now. First thing you wanna do is start writing every day. The best way to write faster is to write more often. So create a goal for yourself. Maybe it's 100 words a day, 200, 500, 1,000, whatever it is. You are going to write that much every single day about anything. The topic does not matter. So I would say start out with 500 words a day, write whatever you want, and then set a timer. Maybe it's 15 minutes. You have to get 500 words out in 15 minutes about anything you want. There are zero excuses for not being able to do that because quality doesn't matter. You're just focusing and you're training your brain to be able to get thoughts out faster, even if they're not coherent. And so by doing this and doing this every day, you're practicing that muscle. You are getting better at writing faster. And what you're going to be able to do is you'll find it also helps you think faster as well. So then when you go into a situation where you've done everything else that we've talked about, you've already got that outline sitting there waiting for you. You have no distractions. Because you have practiced the act of writing faster, it's going to make it that much easier when you've already got all that information in front of you. All right, the last tip I'm going to give for improving your writing speed is realizing it's not always just a mental thing, it can be a physical thing as well. You may just not be a good enough typer. You may not be able to type fast enough to keep up with your thoughts and the work that you're doing, so you should go improve your typing speed. If you literally Google typing tutor or how to improve your typing or how to speed up your typing, there are all sorts of resources on the internet to help you do that. Typing tutor is a great free one that I have seen that is going to give you exercises for improving your typing speed. And once you improve your typing speed, you're going to be able to improve your writing speed. And it should be obvious that those things go hand in hand, but a lot of people have just kind of been typing the same way for their entire life. They don't think about actually improving that skill and actively working on it. And if you're going to be a freelance writer that is going to be writing dozens of articles a month, one of the absolute best productivity hacks out there is improving your typing speed. It'll make a big difference. So there you go. My name's Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Location Rebel, where we help you make money on the internet with your words. Freelance writing, blogging, niche sites, you name it. If that's what you're into, then that's what we're here to help you do. Go to locationrebel.com/hi, grab our free 6-day course. It's going to help you build a sustainable business on the internet with your words quickly. And if that's something that you need help with, then that's basically what I've devoted my life to helping you do. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of the things. Go watch that video I mentioned before, all about how to improve your research skills. And with that, I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace.